KERR9000's game room.
Primetime wrestling. Woo!
So I'm back once again with another Wrestling Empire playthrough video. So let's catch up and see what was happening. Yep, Sid Justice defeated Mr. Perfect to become the new United States Champion of All American Wrestling. Lucha Libre has become more popular, and Hecklehorn has left wrestling school. And soon I'll be facing basically Damien Sandow. But not at the moment. Now I'm about to have an inter-promotional wrestling bout with Brock Lesnar, aka Brock Lesnar. And here we are at a press conference. I love this whole press conference thing. It really adds to the game. It just, you know, it makes this like a cool little world. Yep, and here we go. Brock Lesnar, or Brock Lesnar, with Claw. Fighting for Weekend Warriors. In the ring now. And then here is little old me, KERR9000 from wrestling school, along with the coach, making my way to the ring. Now I'm pretty sure that old Brock is going to be hard as the balls, but if I can at least manage to get a draw or count out, win him or something, you know, that's got to be good for the old career, hasn't it? Hopefully that'd be a really positive mark towards actually getting me signed with some company or other. Bit of smack talk here between us. Oh, and I'm already starting with less health than him. Not the way you'd ideally want to go. So, I briefly touched on my opinion of Brock Lesnar in my last video, but let's break it down a little bit. Brock Lesnar is an American professional wrestler and a former mixed martial artist. He was also a professional American football player. He's currently signed to the WWE, where in storyline he's a free agent, which allows him to appear on both Raw and SmackDown. Now, I did mention I loved his stuff with Kurt Angle. I'm going to mention another wrestling match of his now. A less famous one, what they call a dark match, which actually wasn't really meant to be seen on television. Sort of a developmental thing. And that was Brock Lesnar against Mr. Perfect. Now, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig is one of the all-time greats of wrestling. I love his stuff. Even more now than I did as a youngster, because obviously he spent a lot of time as a villain. And there's this great match between him and Brock where Brock's kind of just throwing him about, but ultimately he manages to roll Brock up in a nice little pin and get the victory, and then he stands outside like pointing to muscles and then tapping his head, basically telling Brock Lesnar that brains beat brawn. And to me that match was so cool that it didn't deserve to be a dark match. It should have been on as an early match in some sort of pay-per-view. But when it comes to wrestling, like, Brock is the real deal. He started with college wrestling before, you know, working his way up the ladder as such. So back to the action. Basically, Brock is absolutely pounding me, kicking the royal bejesus out of me. It ain't going well. I'm thinking possibly I'm looking at a defeat I really don't need here. You know, it's not great to get kicked in this much this early in my career. The way the blood is gushing, I am thinking possibly I'll be lucky to avoid getting an injury from him. Whoa. Oh, I hope you don't pin me. Oh no. Gotta take this outside a bit and see if I can somehow cheat him, I suppose. Anything to sort of hold a bit of respect out the end of this one. Even if I could get us both counted out, I suppose it'd be better than full on losing the bat. I don't think he's having it though. Oof. And now he's in. And I think I just saw his adrenaline bar get to full, so if I get back in, if I can get back, that's it, I'll knock the ref down. You'd think that'd get you DQ'd, but thankfully no. It's just brought me a little bit of time, but I've got to get my butt back out of here before he absolutely kills me. I've got to say, even now in current wrestling, Brock is probably one of my favourite people on the WWE roster. I'm not very into Roman Reigns. Probably the person after Brock at the moment in WWE that I'm quite excited by is Cody Rhodes. It's nice to see him with the old American Nightmare character. I think, you know, that suits him a lot more than what he's had before. But it's one of those cases where I think he had to go away and wrestle for another company to kind of get some demand going for him. Because I think WWE would have just kept booking him into the ground. So, probably a shrewd business move of his there. This is not looking good. I'm spending far too much time down on my face. And that is not an ideal way to try and win. Especially not when this dude has got, like, more than half of his health bar left. Oh, another pin attempt.
1, 2.
Oh, that was really a 2.5 there. This is not going well. I'm leaving bloodstains on the mat. I've got to try and goad him out, or that's it. I'm really not getting much momentum here. The dude is just flipping me all over the place. It's been quite a while since I've watched a modern main event from start to finish. I did watch highlights of the recent Royal Rumble. It was like the whole show condensed down into about 30 minutes. And I've always loved the Royal Rumble. I have to say, I'm not a fan of the whole Jake and Logan Paul, but I think it's Logan that at the moment is in WWE. His spot in the Royal Rumble jumping and clashing with somebody else in the middle of the ring in the air was absolutely spectacular. It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. You wouldn't expect somebody to be able to travel far enough. And I mean, let's not forget, it's two people travelling far enough in mid-air to collide. You know, hats off to both of them. That is some incredible athletics right there. And of course, this brings me back to the fact I was on about how much I liked Cody Rhodes earlier, and spoilers, he won the Rumble, which, you know, potentially means that he could be on his way to some gold, which, yeah, I'd like to see. I was a big fan of his father, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, so he's both a great, youngish wrestler, but you know, it's also a tie back to the old WWE stuff with who his dad was. And of course, for those that are into this sort of stuff, they'll know that his brother was Goldust, who also had some pretty darn good matches. Yeah, I've only got about a minute left, well, under. So if I can just hold on, then I think this will be amazing. But I am worrying that come my next match, I might be a bit messed up. Seeing as old Brock has worked me over quite a bit and got a lot of blood. I'm not risking going back in the ring for a prolonged time now. I just really want to eke this out. I think, you know, some kind of count-out draw or timeout would be great. There's not long left at all now. Yes. I might have got the living bejesus kicked out of me, but I didn't lose, so at least that's something. Yep, my profile has improved by going the distance with a superior opponent, so very good for me. Hopefully, you know, that'll lead to a contract. Ain't done no favours for his reputation though, old Lesnar. And let's see what's going on in the world of Wrestling Empire in this career. Martini and Dominator have defeated the Blood Brother and Bloody Lee. Essa Kare has defeated Jay and Recco to become the new Cruiserweight. And Weekend Warriors have overtaken All American Wrestling. And that's it for this time. Join me next time. It's KERR9000 signing out.
A Squaffy Bear production.
Hi, it's KERR9000, the Chrome-Faced Man. I'd just like to say thank you for making it to the end of my video. I've got lots of stuff on my channel. My Horror House doing horror reviews, Games Room doing games, Sci-Fi Station. It's absolutely chock-a-block full. I can also be found on the Retro Gamer U forum, which is full of great people, great laugh. At the end of this video there's going to be some little icons to tick if you want to subscribe. A link to one video, a link to a playlist. I'd also like to recommend the wonderful, talented Just Jessica, who does cosy games like Dreamlight Valley, and is my supportive partner. Thank you ever so much, once again, for watching my video, and particularly if you follow me, thank you for all your support, and have a great rest of your day.